Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Jetinkos right here. Today, I'm gonna be giving you a deck recipe. The name of the recipe is gonna be Macro Monarch, based off on Monarch and the effect of the D monsters. So starting off, I will be starting with three Caius, the Shadow Monarch. Definitely, that will be like the top card of the deck, basically because no, his effect's pretty broken, as may not a lot of people may know about it. Uh, because when you combine it very well with the Survivor, the Scout Plane, it's definitely very devastating because you actually have an extra monster if in case that monster gets in case you guys get bottomless. So moving into the next card will be one Cyber Dragon. Um, he's there and just fill up holes. Besides that, it's just special summons. So that's pretty much about it. Next three cards will be 3D DD Scout Plane. Definitely combines very well with the Dimensional Fisher, Dimensional what do you call the other card? Macrocosmos, which is the main card, also of the deck. So that's pretty much about it. Moving into the next three cards, we'll be going to three DD survival or definitely I think this is the card that it doesn't matter if it gets bottomless and still getting back at the end of the turn. So I think this pretty much combined very well with the deck as well. Next card would be one DD Warrior Lady. A lot of people been telling me about DD Warrior Lady and not to play it. I was like, you know what? I played it because remove. Besides that, you play what it call you play Return from a different dimension as well. So why not? It's pretty much about it. Next card will be one Gores Anti-OTK. Definitely is kind of 50-50 chance to play it on the deck. That's definitely up to you if you want to play it or not. I rather play it on the deck because it definitely helped me out because of the I don't drop cores on this deck a lot like I do on different decks, but it definitely helping me out with the lures. So that's pretty much the reason why I played it because also it could be a return from different dimension target as well. That's pretty much about it. Next card will be one Mobius, the Frost Monarch. Definitely, I believe that this is the cards that definitely keeps the deck going on because if I tribute I did a survivor, I did a scout plane. I know if he dies, I know I'm getting two cards out of my opponent field, and I still get a free monster out of it. So that's pretty much about it. Next two cards will be two Ryza, the Storm Monarch. Definitely, like I said, the same purpose. If I'm gonna tribute someone, it's gonna be DD Survivor, DD Scout Plane, whichever the case, whichever the one comes first. To tap deck one of my opponent cards, and that's pretty much about it. Next three final monsters will be three Thunder King Ryo. I believe this card it definitely help out a lot of the deck because you can actually tribute him and negates any special summon regardless the thing, and your opponent cannot do anything about it. So I guess that's a must be on the card on the deck. I'm sorry. So moving on to the magic cards will be two a little darkness, definitely a staple. You play a lot of darks. So a lot of people may wonder why you don't play Dark of Dragon. I don't actually play him on this deck because a lot of my monsters they got removed, so I'm not gonna be playing him a lot. Actually, not playing him at all. So that's pretty much about it. Next card will be one Brain Control, pretty much staple. Um, Next two cards will be two Dimensional Feature. I was playing three cards, and but then I realized that three cards might be like a dead draw in the deck, so I just played one. I just played two, and end up working very well in the deck. Next card will be one Fiend Sanctuary. Definitely a good preview for the Monarchs, if you wanna call it that way. And that's pretty much what I play on the deck. Next will be one Giant Tornado, pretty much staple. Heavy Storm staple. Monster Reborn staple. MST, I guess back row destruction, and pretty much about the magic cards. Trap cards will be two bottom trap hole. A lot of people will say that should be three. I should be playing three, but I rather play two, just because I don't know. Two, it's okay for the deck. Next would be two dimensional prison. Dimensional prison definitely was one of the cards that not definitely a big fan of it, but this deck it works very well. That's pretty much about it. Next two cards will be two Macrocosmos. Definitely, I believe that beside Dimensional Fissure, I believe this is a another card that pretty much make up the deck, to do the stuff that you wanted to do. That's pretty much about it. Next card will be one Mirror Force. Definitely Mirror Force. It fucks your opponent every time on this deck because your opponent, besides they cannot bottomless, you did the survivors. I guess that is okay on the deck. Next main and the most important card of all, it will be Return from Different Dimension. Definitely this card, I guess, one of the most broken cards on this deck because definitely it doesn't matter which monster goes removed, you can get it back. It's definitely one. It's a worth the card, I guess, for myself. And next would be three Silent Judgment, aka Feel the Beer. Fuck that kids, fuck that bride, fuck Silent, fuck everything. So that's pretty much about it. Next and final tribe will be one Torrential Tribute. Definitely, it doesn't matter if your monster go removed. I know you know for a fact that you can get it back from with return from different dimension. That's pretty much about it. I'm gonna scroll to the extra deck for you guys to see it. This is the side deck that I have for you guys. You can change it if you want to. I definitely don't have any preference for it, but that's pretty much about it. Moving into the extra deck, we'll go one Marshmallow. People were wondering what the fuck Marshmallow. Definitely, this is a stall card. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I know myself, I hate this card a lot, but in this deck, it works very well. Next card will be one Card Destruction. Definitely helps out a lot with when you have the scout plane. It definitely help you out when you have Macrocosmos on Dimensional Fusion on the deck, on the field. It help you out a lot with it. So that's pretty much about it. An extra Dimensional Fissure, an extra Fiend Sanctuary, an extra Bottomless. Next three cards will be three Compulsory Evacuation Device. Definitely this card. I don't know. I feel like this card is like sort of Dimensional Prison. I don't know. I feel like necessary playing on the deck just in case that your opponent try too hard to get a synchro monster going on, and you just use this card. It's definitely gonna fuck him up and make him rage quit. I don't know. Now you tell me about it. So next card will be an extra Dimensional Prison, an extra Microcosmos, then it will be two Mind Crush. This definitely is one of my favorite cards because I do definitely side deck this card like crazy. All the time I play with this deck. I don't know why, because I definitely when I play with this card, when I side deck this card, I definitely hit a black, definitely hit a Gale, all the time. I'm not gonna lie though. So that's pretty much about it. Next card will be two Royal Oppression. So a lot of people may wondering, Royal Oppression, what the fuck, definitely Royal Oppression is one of the cards that I actually played on most of my decks, 99% of the time. It's just not the fact if I do special a lot, special summon a lot. It's just the fact that because it needs to be in there. It needs to be in there. You know, that's pretty much about it. Next and final trap will be one trap do shoot. Like I said, if you win, you take it out. If you lose, you put it in. That's pretty much about it. I'm gonna scroll to the deck one more time for you guys to see it. Let's go enjoy it. If you have any suggestions for any deck recipe that I should be making, leave it in the comment. I'd be very glad to look at it and try my best to make it work. Other than that, please guys like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day.